feeling the weight of the world? Remember, you are one, and one action can change everything. Welcome to the Be the One podcast with your host, Nancy Matthews, where we inspire you to make a big impact. One moment, one action, one person at a time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Be the One TV, the podcast TV show episode that highlights some extraordinary people being the one in our world today. And don't we all want more people stepping up and being the one, bringing their gifts, their skills, their expertise, and talents to bring more love, light, and healing to the world? I am delighted to introduce you to a woman that I have known for a very long time, probably close to 2 decades that we've known each other and worked together and have a shared commitment and passion to bring more love into the world. I introduce you to the extraordinary, brilliant, amazing heart healer, Ilene Gottlieb. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you, Nancy. It's my joy to be here.
And mine as well. The opportunity to highlight you and share you with all of my community brings me so much joy because I know the ripple effect that it has when you bring your heart healer energy and wisdom to every conversation. And that's what today's going to be as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very kind, Nancy.
Yeah. So, Ilene, just for those of you who don't know her, and you'll see in the show notes all the information and how you can get in touch with her further. She is a holistic nurse, a healer, a healing touch practitioner, and who brings over 50 years of experience in the healing arts, let's call them, to us today and to everybody that she works with. She is a featured author in one of our books called Being the One. She was in the first volume, How to Lead Boldly and Live Your Vision. And today we're going to talk with Ilene about her vision, her purpose, and her passion about, get ready for this, everyone, Oponopono. No, that's not good. The biggest challenge we have is saying the word.
Right.
So how do you say it properly? How do you say it properly?
Oponopono.
Oponopono, the path to healing trauma. So, Ilene, share with us in this vast experience of your healing arts background, how you came upon Ho'oponopono and why.
Oh, that's a good question. I had been practicing Ho'oponopono based on wisdom received from divinity, great spirit, God, by whatever name you want to call that part of us, in the context of client sessions. So when I'd have a client on the table, if I was intuitively guided to think the 4 phrases, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, or say them out loud while the client is receiving their healing session. That's what I was limited to. I had never studied it. And then in 2018, I believe it was, after a week of not being able to stand up straight and having vertigo, holding on for dear life as I'm moving around the house, right? I was intuitively guided to sit down and open my computer, which I hadn't done for the week. And what popped up was a certification program for Ho'oponopono. I'm going, well, that can't be a coincidence. So I clicked on it. And when I started studying it and really began to understand the history of Ho'oponopono and the extraordinary power that it offers us, I couldn't get enough of studying and reading and expanding my practice and creating a daily consistent practice. And so that's how I actually was brought to it. And it has had an extraordinary impact on my life.
Yeah. And I echo that. And I think it was that same year or the year before that I first started studying and practicing. And much like you, once I heard about it and really experienced the healing power that it brings, which everybody, we're going to go deeper into that in just a moment.
Yeah.
I couldn't get enough. I was like,
Mm.
oh my goodness. And I just went deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the study of it.
I think a lot of people experience that, especially after they come into it in the beginning. And then if they experience something transformative in their own personal lives, it's natural to want to learn more and to just
Yes.
bring that knowledge in so that you can deepen and expand not only your practice, but the benefits that you receive and the benefits that others receive as a result
That,
of the work that you
that
do. That ripple effect. Yeah,
the ripple we were
absolutely.
talking about. And
Absolutely.
let's go ahead and take a few steps back. You and
Mhm,
I are well versed in the practice and
mhm,
prayers of Ho'oponopono and its
mhm.
benefits. There's many people still stuck on how to say it as they're listening today. It's okay, it doesn't matter. Even if
Right.
you can't say it, get the essence of it. So, how would you define or describe the essence of this practice and prayer of Ho'oponopono?
It is from the ancient Hawaiian perspective, it is a process of forgiveness, of healing old wounds, of healing ancestral wounds that have been repeated generation after generation. It is it is so powerful. I don't always have the best words that fully express my love of this process and the transformation that it brought for me. It changed my life. And so, as an ancient process, it was facilitated, and the people of the ancient Hawaiian culture, which is 2,500 some odd years old, were born into it. And so they were raised with the concept that they're 100% responsible for everything in their lives, whether they know the all of it or not. And that's a new concept for most people in the Western world. It certainly was
Great.
new for me. We were raised with there's a consequence for the choice that you make. But this is not about negative connotation or consequence. It's a way of being and living that says to us, if you accept 100% responsibility for what's going on in your world, you then get to choose to change it. And Ho'oponopono can be that tool that helps anyone to change what's
So
going on in their lives.
that was it right there. So thank you. And I think you found the words perfectly.
Thank
So
you.
when you take on being 100% responsible
Mhm.
for everything in your life, and for me, this is one of the reasons that Ho'oponopono so resonates with the one philosophy, because
Oh,
one of the
yes.
core principles is to own your life with 100% responsibility.
Right.
So when you choose 100% responsibility, you get to have control over what happens next.
I don't know that I would use that word. I think control is a
Okay.
real sticky wicket, right?
And I'm a control freak, so that's probably why I picked it.
Right?
Just
Because,
ask my husband.
well, most of the time, Nancy, to be honest with you, if you just make a commitment to do the cleaning, right? To say the
Hmm.
4 phrases and do the practice however you were taught to do it or you feel intuitively guided to do it, if you don't attach to outcome and you just become that witness, that loving witness for how your life is unfolding, you do get to see the magic that
So,
happens.
yeah. So in that, by saying the 4 cent the prayer, doing the
Mhm.
cleaning, and making a conscious choice of how I am being in response to what occurred,
Yeah.
I now have power, self-power over how I experience what happens next.
Agreed. There isn't a question
Yeah.
that the concept of who we are being in any given moment in our relationship with ourselves is the key to it all. And
Mhm.
when we choose to be a loving presence with ourselves and use loving tools like Ho'oponopono,
Yeah.
then everything just is so different than before that, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It does. And I think that's where for me, the term control comes into play. I get to have
Understood.
choice and power over how I'm going to experience this. Am I going to
Agreed.
experience whatever happened, whether it
Right.
was somebody not paying me or, you know, the washing machine not working, whatever,
Hmm.
whatever it is that occurs, I get to have choice and control once I'm the observer and the witness and I step into that
Right.
of how I experience the next phase.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it is that there really are only two choices based on Ho'oponopono, and it is either to engage with whatever you're identifying as the problem or to clean on it.
Mm.
I love Ihaliakala Hulen was my teacher, and we both know that his teacher was Morna Nalamaku Simeona, Kahuna Lapa'au, and treasure to the Hawaiian people.
Mhm.
And I distinctly remember, and it being an aha moment for me when he said that. And it's important because there are so many interesting traditions that are in alignment with the belief that we're empowered to make conscious choices. And to have one choice or another makes it really simple. And I like to make things very simple in my life. A Course in Miracles is the same thing. It's either
Mhm.
fear or love.
Yeah.
Everything is either a call for love or an expression of love. So I
Mhm.
love that Ho'oponopono makes it real simple. I can either engage with what the issue is, or I can just clean on it and then be a witness to how everything unfolds. Because Ihaliakala would share that all we really need to do is do the cleaning. Because when we do it, right people, right circumstances, right decisions, right choices, right money, right everything shows up. And
Yeah.
indeed it does. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I'm a witness to that as well.
Yeah.
So for all of our audience members today and our guests, I'm going to include a gift from Ilene so that you can begin this practice of Ho'oponopono, not an extra pono. See, I doesn't really
It's
matter.
okay.
I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Right.
Uh, which those are the four phrases. And I'd like to invite Ilene to share the four phrases, give us an opportunity to have a little practice of it right now. And you keep using this term cleaning.
Mhm.
And I don't know that people get that. What does that really mean?
So cleaning is a term, but we're really not doing anything more than asking divinity, divine creator, God, great spirit, whatever you call your creator. We're asking divine creator to transmute whatever the underlying cause is for the problem. Ho'oponopono teaches us that the source and cause of the problem are memories replaying from our own subconscious mind. And the
Mhm.
sticky wicket with that is subconscious mind, we don't have conscious awareness of. And so we keep thinking that we're solving the problem when we only know less than 1% of all that's involved with it. And so that's why we're not doing the cleaning. Divinity is, because divinity has knowledge of where all that energy is within this let's say, energy matrix or energy field that is us, that includes our body, our emotions, our thoughts, our beliefs, etc., and can transmute all of these memories or the energy of these memories wherever they're located. And what I am in awe of is that it doesn't stop with us. So divinity always says yes. If we initiate a cleaning, divinity always says yes. But not being attached to the outcome is wise, because we don't know what the time frame is that a change is going to actually show up, or that we'll notice it. And so when we initiate a cleaning, those memories are transmuted from our own subconscious mind and simultaneously transmuted from the subconscious minds of everyone holding the same energy.
Yeah.
But divinity doesn't stop there. It goes back through our ancestral trees, back to the beginning of creation. So the thing that I love about Ho'oponopono is I think of it as a PSA, a public service act, not a public service ad, right?
Oh, I like
Because
that.
whenever anyone cleans, it is supporting all of us and Mother Earth and all who share this planet with us and our universe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm going to share a practical application of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a woman who came to an event that I was hosting, and when she walked in, and I don't remember if I told you the story or not, she walked in and she was really tense and frazzled, and I
Mm-hmm.
could see she was overwhelmed. And I went over and I was like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay? What's happening?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, my ex-husband, he has to be so difficult every single time. I have to arrange for the kids and blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Whoa, that's a lot to need to deal with. Oh my goodness."
Right.
And she proceeded to tell me how nasty he was and how difficult. And so she was having all of these emotions tied to this man that she has a continuous relationship with, right? So
Right.
because that's not changing. So I
Right.
shared with her about the 4 phrases and the practice of Ho'oponopono, not to change him, but to change how she felt about him and the emotions she was experiencing, and to clean. I was like, "Well, is he a good father?" She's like, "Yeah." "And did you love him one time?" "Yeah." "Oh, okay, okay. So it's there, right?" We had those emotions. He's not
Mm-hmm.
a monster to the children. "Oh no, he's a wonderful father." "Oh, okay."
Mm-hmm.
So I just had her clean on how she was feeling. And I
Right.
shared the prayer. She went home, came back the next morning, and she comes rushing up to me with this big grin. She's like, "You're not going to believe this. For the past 3 years, he makes it difficult on the arrangements when I have to do the kids. He called me and said, 'Do you want me to come and pick the kids up so it'll be easier for you today?'" She never said anything.
Yeah.
Like, I get goosebumps right now, still thinking
Absolutely.
about it. That works.
Absolutely. And that's what happens
Yeah. Yeah.
over and over and over again. And what I love that Ihaliakala teaches is that you don't even have to mean it. You can be angry as anything and sit there and go, whatever is the cause of what I'm
Yeah.
feeling, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Or with the updated version, all you really need to do is say, I love you or thank you repeatedly. And in the saying of it, you tend to calm and the anger
Yeah.
dissipates. And before you know it, you're feeling so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. It's powerful. So get the copy of the book. So you can go to being-the-one.com, being-the-one.com. And you get the book through that link. And then also you're going to get access to gifts from all of the authors that are in this book, including Eileen's gift,
Mhm.
which tell them about that.
It's an ebook that is entitled Every Day is a Good Day for Ho'oponopono. And I actually created it from the daily memes that I was sending to my membership community, which is called the Heart Healers Ho'oponopono community, to support them in creating and maintaining a consistent daily Ho'oponopono practice, and transformed it into an ebook that you can read a little bit at a time, and it will give you more of an appreciation and an understanding of this simple yet powerful process. And I say simple because how hard is it to say I love you repeatedly or thank you repeatedly?
Mm-hmm.
But the challenge is that as simple as it is, it's not always easy because you have to keep doing it in order to be able to have benefit, which is true for anything that is of value in our lives.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the more consistent we are, the greater the benefit, because every time we initiate a cleaning, think of it as an emotional onion, that everything is kind of, all of our experiences are layers of energy that make up who we are. And so the more we clean, it's like layers and layers and layers of issues just keep being transmuted until you notice that you're feeling a sense of peace. And the only thing that you've been doing differently is your Ho'oponopono. And that was my experience about 2 weeks in when I first started the practice. And I will say that for most of the people in my community, they experienced the same thing. Did you, Nancy, when you first started?
Absolutely. It was, I've always been a highly spiritual person. And as a matter of fact, one of the books I'm working on now that will come out next, hopefully, is my intention, is church hopping and God shopping.
I love
Because
that.
that's been my
I
experience.
love that.
Try this. Let me try this. Let me try this. And when I came upon Ho'oponopono, it is simple and easy. Like you said, it's just like, just bring it down to having that presence in a moment of angst, upset, irritation, anger, getting to that presence of, oh yeah, clean it. I love you. I'm sorry. Please. It's the fastest path. You don't need years of therapy. You don't have to analyze it. You're just like, whoosh.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so grateful that you have the Heart Healers community, that you've incorporated this in your speaking and your one-on-ones working with people. Because let me tell you, friends, she's got a whole variety of different healing arts, skills, and modalities to serve you. So keep in mind, she's an RN, she's a holistic nurse, she's also connected. You were in the legal field as a nurse consultant. I mean, this woman is who you want to go to. Let me be very clear about this.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So, what's your website for those listening in who want to jot it down?
Oh, it's a simple one. It's Ilene, ILENE, thehearthealer.com. So it's ILENE, thehearthealer.com. And there's a lot of information on there, and there's a contact page that you're welcome to reach out by email. And my phone is on there. If you're in the US or outside the US, you can reach me at that same number, +1 561 602 1989, either on WhatsApp or on regular
Beautiful.
cell phones. Yeah,
Beautiful.
easy to do.
And I'll be sure to put all of that down in the show notes. And once again, you can go and grab the book, being-the-one.com, get a copy of the book, get the free gift. You can get free gifts from her on her website as well. So she's the one. You know why she needed to be here. She's healing and helping in so many ways. It's so beautiful. All right, it's time for the lightning round.
Uh-oh.
All right, friends, this is where we get the opportunity to get to know our guest in a personal, fun kind of way. So I'm gonna flash off probably 3 questions to our guest today, and let's start with number 1. What is one food you can't live without? Like you could eat this every day, all day, no matter what. It's your favorite food.
Eggs.
Eggs. All
Egg
right.
salad, poached eggs, either that or anything Oriental. I couldn't decide, right? But eggs, I could eat them every
Eggs.
day.
All the way.
Not the
Eggs.
healthiest thing in the world, but I could eat them every day.
They're good for us. Do you have a chicken?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Just
I
saying
don't
that,
do chicken. I don't do meat or poultry,
Oh,
but I do.
interesting. I
Eggs
thought
are
maybe
probably, yeah.
you would have a chicken to create the eggs.
Ah, yes, but
That's
that would mean that you'd have to deal with the chicken
and the
ever so
poop and the poop.
lovingly. Not my thing, those types of creatures. I love them from afar. Kind of like gardening. I love growing sprouts on my counter in water, but I do not love getting my hands dirty in the dirt.
I had no idea how similar we were. Fabulous. I love it. I love it. All right. Next question.
Mhm.
Who is the one person that's had the biggest impact in your life?
I think my mom, I would have to say, I'm like torn between my mom and my sister because both of them, and my Aunt Teddy. But my mom, I think, was the most influential, not always in a positive way, but because of who she was, because of the childhood trauma that I experienced and the PTSD, that shaped who I am. And it also brought me to Ho'oponopono in an indirect way. And Ho'oponopono is what helped me to heal my PTSD and my relationship with my mother. So I had a year and a half with her from the time that I started doing Ho'oponopono. And my first focus was
Mm-hmm.
my mom's suffering. Because I figure anybody that's abusive must have an incredible amount of fear
Yeah.
within them. And she was raised in an abusive household either. My understanding, although nobody would really talk about it, that generation doesn't talk much.
Mm-hmm.
They're tight-lipped about what was not good in the household. But my understanding was that my grandfather was not the most pleasant person. And so she knew what she knew and did the best that she could. But we had a year and a half of a loving relationship before she passed in 2020 at the age of 95. So I started doing this when she was, I think, like 93, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just changed my life and it changed my relationship with her. And so my mom is probably the most influential person in my life.
What a beautiful way of life to be able to see the people
Mhm.
as an opportunity to learn, to heal, and to grow, as opposed to people who were out to get you or mean or not. Like that's peaceful, right?
Indeed.
There's work to get there, and the path is through Ho'oponopono. That's amazing to be able to
I think
transform
that,
that within
yeah,
yourself.
I think that we all have the ability to live life from that perspective in spite of our past experiences. But that's one of those, I accept 100% responsibility for it all, even though I have no idea the all of it. And I'm grateful for it. Now, if you'd asked me that when I was 8 years old, I probably would not have been able to say that, but I am much older and much wiser.
Yeah, and I could say the same for myself in certain relationships, like fresh off the heels of my divorce or my dad who wasn't like
Right.
with age, can come wisdom
Agreed.
if you choose it.
Agreed.
Yeah,
And I
so
do. And I do. And I know you do
clearly,
as well.
yeah, clearly. And that's the invitation because we're all going to be living in this life. We get to choose how we want to experience it, and
Yep.
that knowing and then seeking out the tools is what creates the magic and the results, and that's what
I
being the
agree.
one. Yeah,
I
it's so
agree.
good, so good. All right, final question,
Hmm.
and this is Do you have a favorite TV show or do you binge watch? Is there something that you're a big fan of that we need to know about?
I'm a Trekkie at heart. I've been
Oh,
watching Star Trek since the 60s is when it started, when
I
it was
think
black and
so.
white, black and white TVs. Yeah.
I love it.
I am definitely a bona fide Trekkie down to my toenails.
That is amazing. So watch out for the Borg, everybody. I'm only learning this because my husband's a Trekkie, so it's new for me.
Oh, that's funny. That's
It
funny.
is. It is. All right, my friend. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Be the One TV. I honor you. I love you. And I admire everything about you. So thank you so much.
Nancy, thank you. Everything that you just said, I can repeat back to you. I love you back so much, and you've been the most amazing mentor and friend. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Be the One TV. I want you to get out there and continue to be the one for yourself, for your vision, and for the world at large. Make it an awesome day. Bye, everyone. See you next time.